Alright folks, and welcome to the channel. And in today's video we're going to take a look at old school death metal drums from Ugritone. So let's check this out. Yeah, this is old school death metal drums from Ugritone. Now, yep, they did do the old school death metal drums in Cult Drums 2. For Ugritone drums, they did re-record some of the samples, and I think they did a little bit of more processing on 1 or 2 as well. So it is a new sample pack. Some of the samples do sound similar to what they did in the original, but altogether it's a new sample pack for Ugritone drums. And trust me, I'm an engineer. As you can see, we've got this background here with looks like we're in some sort of cabin, and we've got a bit of blood splatter on the walls there. Yeah. And we've got the drums set up here, and we've got some cabs as well. If you've not seen any of the other Ugritone videos I've done, just a quick walkthrough of the actual VST itself. So you've got all your drums here. You've got 4 rack toms, floor tom, and if you click the left mouse button, it brings up the mix window. So you can go into the mix, the effects, and the routing. And if you right click on any of the drums, it plays it, as you can see there. That's a nice kick. I do like that kick. And then if you want the full mix window of everything, you just click the 9 squares there. The cross takes it off, and then that's your mix window. That's your effects window. We just put a little bit of EQ in. I'm just taking a little bit of the mids out, and that's all I've done there. And that's your routing. I've got the routing already set up on the multi outs. You click the little cog there. This brings your MIDI notes up. So I'll say if you're importing MIDI from another company, say Toontrack or any other company, and some of the notes aren't quite matching up, this is where you can change them there. And this is how the sounds are playing. So grayed out is from the drummer's perspective, and red is from the audience perspective. This is your sort of main output, so you've got humanizer master there. If you want to use the inbuilt effects, it goes to a separate channel, which is channel 16. You've got reverbs and saturation in there, and you can add some delay. I tend to use external ones, but if you want to use the inbuilt ones, they are in there. There's all your different kits. We'll go through all of them in a moment. There's your different options for your output routing. So I've got it on the Megamix, but you can have various different ones. And then that's just your settings for where your location of your samples are. And if you've got your own presets that you can make yourself from these, or one shots from other companies, you can save and load them up in here as well. So before we listen to the samples, as you can see, I've got everything at 0. All I've done is just added a little bit of panning. I've not got any processing on the actual tracks themselves. Switched the sends off to the reverbs. So as you can see, I've switched all the processing off on the drums and cymbals submix, and same again on the stem track. Just while we're listening to the raw samples, I've switched all the processing off on the main fader as well. Only thing I've left on is Ozone. So the first one we're going to have a look at is Tamper Default. This next one is 2001 Deathcore. And this next one is Dry Death Metal. And this next one is Grind Demon. And the next one is Modern Death Metal. This next one is Netum or Netum. And this last one is Slow Tamper. There you go, there you've heard all the kits in the raw form. Let's see what they sound like in a mix. The mix I'm using is the same one that I used for the Antcraft demo. I think it was the Tamper default I used for that demo. So yeah, let's see what they sound like in a mix. There you go, folks. There's Old School Death Metal Drums by Ugritone or Ugritone. I will ask Ron about that one day. Does it get the Wizard seal of approval? Or does it get a Finger of Doom? You know, it gets the Wizard seal of approval. I am digging these kits. Are all of the samples to my taste? No, but that's just a personal thing. If we were all the same, we all like the same kits and the same sounds, then wouldn't life be boring? So I like a nice chunky fat snare. Every now and again I like a brighter snare, and other people like brighter snares. That's just a personal thing. But yeah, overall I think they sound pretty damn good. I mean, I have made a suggestion to Ron, if it's possible at some point, would be to perhaps have, instead of just having one snare sound, perhaps having a top snare mic, having one set of controls for a top snare mic and one for the bottom snare mic, and you can have them on separate outputs. Whether that'll be something he can do in the future, it's just a little suggestion I made. Apart from that, I mean, I'm being really picky and niggly there. I mean, when I use these in my own productions or in any productions, what I tend to do anyway is render these down to audio, and then I'll perhaps put something like Slate Trigger on just to have a separate bottom snare mic and sometimes an extra top snare mic just to fatten things up a bit. But yeah, all in all, these are another big winner for me. I write a lot of stuff in that sort of old school style anyway, and these are perfect for a lot of the stuff that I write. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll leave a link to the Ugritone website in the description where you can get the Ugritone drums and this sample pack from. And if you want to grab yourself some Evil Wizard merch, there's a link to the merch store in the description. But that's all from me, folks.
I will catch you on the next one.
Trust me, I'm an engineer. Right folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can follow me on social media and you can get my music online, and if you want to support the channel, there's buy me a coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.